this spring?
Right now I weighed in this morning at 298.
When you got to Nebraska a couple years back, what was your weight back then?
So I came in pretty heavy. I think I was around like 312, but I ended up dropping down to 270. Where I first got down. Yeah, now I'm 298.
Where do you feel most comfortable?
It's a good question. It depends. So for me, if I want to play like real fast and be able to rush the passer to the really best of my abilities, I felt great at 270. But right now, I feel real comfortable of doing both stopping the run and playing the pass at 298.
Elijah, I remember you announced pretty early in December, like, I'm coming back for another year. Just what made you excited to do it, and what are you setting forward as your goals for this season?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just having to talk with my family. At first I was contemplating whether I wanted to come back or not. I didn't know if I wanted to continue football, but then family talked to me, like, it's just one more year. You might as well just take advantage of it as much as possible. So I just said, why not?
You got a new position coach, new defense coordinator. Phil Snow's associate head coach, worked with Rule for a long time. What's it been like with this new coaching staff, and how has it been, getting used to them?
It's been a great transition. Coach Terry, he's a guy that's high on energy. The D-line room loves him. I was able to meet him before he came down here when he first got hired. I was able to go down, drive down to Kansas City, and be able to meet him, meet his family, and get to know him personally. And I think me and him right now have a really great bond.
How would you describe the coordinator Butler, his energy and the way he coaches?
He's more like I can't even explain it. He's more high energy, and he's more like has a lot more swag to him. He wants the defense to have a lot more swag to him.
What does that mean to you? A lot more swag? How?
Everybody just being themselves. When we make a play, everybody celebrate. Do a little dance or something. But at the end of the day, we still got that one goal in mind, that's to do our play at the best of our abilities.
You're an Eagles fan?
No.
So you give him a hard time about the Super Bowl?
No, I gave him a hard time about the Super Bowl, but I'm not an Eagles fan. Nah, I'm a big Seahawks fan.
Why?
Legion of Boom. I was a big Cam Chancellor fan at one point, so yeah.
I'm sure you pick up on some of the conversations around here. Well, they got to replace this guy and that guy in the D-line. Just can you sense the feeling of opportunity within that room and how guys are responding to that challenge?
Yeah, I think a lot of guys are taking that advantage. Right now since the older guys left, like Ty Nash, a lot of guys are taking advantage of doing everything they can to try to get that certain spot. That's why, like, right now, there's no secure spot right now. Everybody's fighting to get that spot.
What was it like that first time when, obviously Butler left a little earlier, but Butler and Ty and Nash, they're not in the room. You're the old guy in the room, and you got to be the voice. What was that like?
It was a little weird, but that was just something I had to adapt to. It's still being as though Riley and Cam and Keona was still there. To see some still familiar faces, made me a lot more comfortable.
So how have you done that? How have you been the vocal leader over the last couple of months?
It's mainly just like the small things, making sure everybody got what they need. If anybody needs a ride, and make sure everybody gets to where we got to be on time. And then on the field, it's just being that word of encouragement. Like, let's say somebody mess up, coach get on them. It's me coming over there. It's like, just next play. Just don't worry about it. We got it. And then, just give them words of encouragement and make sure everybody's motivated so that we can accomplish the goals that we want to this year.
Elijah, I know there's a lot of young, talented players in your room and physically impressive guys, but when we saw practice on Thursday for a few minutes, it's hard not to notice 96 and 97. What's it like for you as an older guy to do drills with Williams and Keona, and what do you see for them in the future?
It's great. Being as I'm the older guy, I get with them. I'm able to teach them and show them the ropes of how we do things and help them adapt to the culture that we've set in the room.
With Nash and Ty, just what are some of the leadership lessons that you learned from them that you're carrying over into your new role?
Everybody leads different. Ty was more of like a real super vocal guy. Nash was the type of guy to lead by example. He was like the Papa Bear of the group, so he was the more like the sentimental guy. So I know it's like, for me, I learned from them is a mixture of both. Some guys they can't get coached a certain way, so you have to change your tone and change the tone in the way you approach things with them. Like for instance, like Keona, he's more of a guy you got to talk to. William, you usually got to talk to him. So yeah, it's just change your attitude when it comes to certain players.
What's kept you going, or what's motivated you throughout your college career? You know, you have to have some patience at times to stick with it. What is your motivation for?
Yeah, my motivation is my family, my fiance and my son. I come home to them every day. There was times where I wanted to give up, I wanted to quit, but my fiance told me, you better not do it because, I mean, you're this far, so why just give up? And then my son, on the other hand, he was able to teach me a lot of patience. You know, he's a handful, but I love him, and that's my guy, so everything I'm doing now is for him.
How old is he?
He'll be 2 in July.
How hard is that to juggle school, football, family, hardware?
It's pretty hard. It's something I had to adapt to. It took a little minute, but I think we got a great routine now. So now as they come to practice every day, I'm able to see them as much as I can. Sometimes when I watch film, I bring them with me, so that way I'm still doing what I gotta do with spending quality time with my family as well. Yeah, I mean it's been pretty easy so far.
How has brotherhood helped you with football at all?
Like I said before, it taught me a lot of patience. I know, it just really taught me a lot of patience. Because when I first got, I didn't have patience. I wasn't patient at all. I was eager to do stuff, but having Coda, they would taught me to slow things down and just take everything step by step because it can be going in an instant.
How do you spell his name?
Coda, Kodah.
Anything else for Elijah? All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.